Fredericksburg Live. Go, see, do.
Hi, Rachel Taylor here with Fredericksburg Live. We're here today at Marquee Cinemas with Corbin Bersen to see his new movie 25 Hill. We're really excited.
Enjoy the movie. Morning, everybody. Thanks for coming down for 25 Hill. I'm really excited. Fredericksburg is one of the premier race cities in the country, so people ask me why I made this movie, and just very shortly or quickly, I'd like to tell you that I've learned a lot. When I made the movie, I wasn't sure what I was getting into. I knew the Derby in Akron, at the higher levels, was really in trouble. And I thought it's terrible that we're losing this American tradition. I didn't know why, I didn't know what it meant, but I went with my instinct. And we found out they had some financial troubles. I said, let me make a movie, and let me make a movie that can show people across the country what the thrill of the hill. And at the same time, create a revenue stream. By selling this movie, they get part of the money from it. But I find at the core of the Derby, those basic values, and I think a lot of what we have that goes on in our country right now, the things we're disappointed in, from Washington to other places, is a lack of that core foundation of respect and teamwork and family and community. So when I tell people what you guys are doing, what you do every year with these races, that is an example of where, when family and community come together, incredible things can happen. And most importantly for you kids, and use all the social networks, go for it. This is where I say be free and do it. You got to get other kids involved around the country. You got to tell them how exciting it is. Twitter, tweet, Facebook it, whatever you have to do, get out there and tell people about the Derby, because that's what we have to do to keep the Derby alive. And by keeping the Derby alive, I think we actually can do our little piece in helping rebuild this great country that we all love and want to honor. All right, so have some fun. I'm going to sit here and watch it probably for the 8,000th time with you. So, if you laugh and I hear a sniffle or two, I'll be happy. All right, thanks.
Here is to Akron and all the asphalt in between.
Welcome to the All-American Soapbox Derby.
She's got like a NASCAR crew working for her.
Just race your race. It's all you can do.
25 Hill. You the same Roy Gibbs? I'm building a car, soapbox. Me and my papa when he got called up.
I'm sorry about your dad. I really am. I'm the last guy you need right now. I play dad, you play son. We build this thing here together. You race it.
We both could do worse.
I'm sorry, kid. The dream is dead. Bank loaned the money. They want it back.
It's wrong.
I don't suppose there's many job opportunities for an 80-year-old Derby junkie.
I think if we all have faith and put our heads together, work side by side, we can save the dream.
You think that my son dying the way he did, I'm all rah-rah for America? That's not the case.
If you could just let the Derby go on for this year.
My hands are tied because the Derby already owes this bank a great deal of money.
We can save the dream, save the tradition, save the Derby. I'm Trey Caldwell, and I will never give up.
you guys like the movie?
It was good. Good.
It was good? What was your favorite part?
When they went to the championship thing.
Was it really exciting?
Yeah.
What was your favorite character?
Roy.
Roy was your favorite? He was really funny, wasn't he?
Yes.
It looks like we have a racer here with us. What's your name?
Bobby Ulrich.
And you liked the movie?
I really liked it. It was really great.
Was it an accurate portrayal of the actual racing experience?
Yeah, it was pretty accurate. It was really accurate, actually, I'd say.
Thank you so much for talking with us.
It's no problem.
There you go. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, man. Thank you.
It was an awesome movie, and there are tons of fans here getting their autographs and getting pictures of Corbin Bersen, and it's been an awesome time. So we're going to wrap things up and head over to Wegmans. I'm Rachel Taylor reporting for Fredericksburg Live. See you guys later.
Hey Fredericksburg, we're picking it up right now from where we left off with Rachel Taylor at Marquis Cinemas with Corbin. Hey Corbin, you know, for a lot of us old timers that remember old Arnie from the LA Law days, show my age here, a lot of us know that you've been very, very busy in front of the camera for many, many years.
Right.
Total pro, you know, you've done some pretty amazing things, but you know, I think everything, you've thrown it all off now. You've written this piece.
Right.
Directed it, produced it, the whole nine.
Starring in it again.
Starring in it. And Roy, right here with us. With an impressive cast. The young man that plays Trey. And that Nathan Gamble. What a great piece. I got a chance to see the
Dolphin Tale. Oh, did you see him? He's in Dolphin Tale also. The movie
right, exactly. But I did get a chance to watch the trailer.
Okay.
But I've got my copy of 25 Hill.
Oh, good.
You talked a little bit about why you wanted to do this, but what do you think America's love affair with going fast downhill? You know, what gets people really excited about this sport?
Well, you know, it is a piece of our Americana. So I think people love. You know, there's a nostalgia factor, I suppose. But more importantly, what I've discovered, and I didn't know this when I set out, was that at the core of Derby racing are. I boil it down to four things, which is respect. I mean that across the board.
Sure.
Teamwork, which is the way it's all put together, and in a very non-conservative, non-Christian, non-Pollyannic way, family and community. Family and community is a basic bonding element of our society. It's a foundation to our society. So true. And I think people who are Derby families get the continued enjoyment and fulfillment of that kind of community when a lot of other people several miles outside of this area north near the Potomac.
They seem to miss the
they so clearly, you know, it's funny that we're doing this week and we're in Washington this week and all this stuff is coming out. And I don't mean to be heavy here or anything.
No, not at all.
But they seem to be missing this point. I so badly next year I'm going to try to have a race down. I guess they have a race down Capitol Hill. I'm going to stand out there and say, "This is what you're missing.
This is what it's all about.
This is what you're missing because it's a crazy season out there."
Well, what I see as a problem in a lot of ways is because kids are becoming so introverted,
right?
With video games and things that they do by themselves, they've lost that sense of community.
Right.
And I think from what I've seen with 25 Hill, it just reminds us that the racer is only a part of that that piece. There's so much more that goes into
at the end of the day, it's a 30-second race that goes 30 miles an hour for 900 feet. It's not Le Mans.
Right.
It ain't the Grand Prix, it ain't Indy. But what the day is, what the event is, this culmination of this family team. We're family, friends, teamwork. And family, I don't mean, you have to have the, mom, dad, and the son and daughter. I mean aunts, uncles, cousins, brothers,
Extended
sisters.
family.
A lot of brothers here helping their younger siblings. Kids who've gone through the whole thing are helping kids that aren't even there. It's and you know what? Yeah, kids are doing all that, but there's another part to it, and we can't just blame that because it's parents who need to put that time in, and it's tough because right now two parents have to work. Some people are working 2 jobs. So I get that, but somewhere I know we have to find and make time for those things because truthfully, you come next November, I don't care who they put in office, it doesn't change if we don't change. And I really think the real change has to start with us.
You're so right. Now, I'm going to get into this picture just for a quick second. The characters, as they are brought together, Trey has lost his father. And I guess in Afghanistan, which many of us can identify with. Your character, Roy, lost his son. He was a fireman in the 9/11 tragedy. So the two of you are brought together, though you're not blood connected. We are all connected on a much larger scale in humanity. Now, there was a unique surprise that we saw that occurred at the theater. One of the young men that came up and talked to you,
I get chills. Yes,
had actually lost his father.
Who had served in the Navy, and they had a military funeral. Just even talking about it now, it's there's a part of me thinks, oh man, I wish I'd known before, because you want to, there's a young kid who's having to look at all this again. But you know what? There's a purpose for everything, and he was there. And maybe he knows he's not the only kid who's there, and other kids can look at him and say, wow, how fortunate I am that that's not my circumstance. So there's a reason for everything. I believe God, or whoever you want to call it, nature, whatever works for anybody. For me, it's God. Puts things in, puts all the pieces in place in an interesting way for us to sort of look at, and discover, and be enlightened by. And he was there for a purpose. That boy. And I'll tell you what, I also knew that, because when I wrote this, I wrote it out of my head. I didn't even consider when I wrote it the possibility that that's actually
going to actually happen on this day. And we were fortunate enough to catch that exchange with you and that young man on film. And I salute him for his bravery. His mom had given him the option to walk away, and yet he chose to stay because there was a connective healing piece that came as it came.
And I think he loves the Derby, and the Derby is a continuation. I don't know, a continuation of his dad's dream for him. So I think the Derby gets to be this thing that he can hold on to. That is something his dad would be proud of, as is with Trey in the movie. I really, really appreciate you bringing that certainly to us here in Fredericksburg. This is something that's very important with us. We've had an involvement with the Soapbox Derby here in our region for a while, so that was why we had an opportunity to come and talk with you today. Well, that's great. I think it's also important here too, because a lot of what I talk about in the film is the people who put their lives down for us. We talk about how hardship right now and everything. You go back to the Civil War, go back to some of the stuff that went on, go to the Civil Rights Movement. You want to talk about people putting their life down. You think it's hard for you now? You think it's hard for us? Ain't nothing, man. Ain't nothing. You put your life on the line. The people in 100-mile radius of this place that fought right, wrong, left, right, north, south, doesn't matter, but fought for the basic principles of what we found this country on, and we all have a lot of, we all have a lot to be thankful for.
Yeah, we really do. Corbin, again, we're very thankful to have the opportunity to just sit down and chat with you today.
Oh, thank you.
Great.
It ain't Jay Leno, but it's Wegmans, that is better.
That's right. We just believe in the best for our country. we can't expect others to do it for us. It takes our individual efforts to do that, and we're just so thankful that a person with that commitment and that love for humanity is right here with us today. Corbin Bersen with 25 Hill, his creation. We're just so thankful again to be able to sit down and chat with
Thank you.
Thank
My
you
pleasure.
so much.
This has been a Video Man production and a So Wise marketing presentation.